Hello and welcome to Suburban Hiking. This episode is not necessarily suburban, although it may be a little more hiking oriented than usual. I'm out here in the woods of Alberta, Canada. You hear that lisp in Alberta? Oof. My mind's going numb. Speaking of mind going numb, I walked off about 100 feet into that forest yesterday, around 6 p.m. Wearing a hoodie with the F word on it, and in my kangaroo pocket, Charles Dickens' Hard Times. No phone, no GPS. I just walked out in there with my book I'll never read. Fucking absolute retard play. Got lost in there for like 30 minutes. I'm yelling help. I'm taking dumps in the bush. Man, it was a rush though, I'll tell you what. I ripped up my sweatpants. My only good pair of sweatpants. These sweatpants make your wiener look big if you're not wearing underwear. The Levi's one. It's a tip for anybody out there. If you want to make your soft wiener look big. But I'm liking it out here. This is my... Oh, fuck, what day is it? Whenever I show my wrist in the 0.5 camera, it looks insane. Yeah, no idea how long I've been here for. About 4 or 5 days. Leaning on 4. I think I see a squirrel down there. I hear a squirrel in there. Any animals we see, we're gonna go towards, because that's great YouTube content. I'm going the wrong way though. But yeah, I'm in the Rocky Mountain area. I'm not gonna say quite where. You know, I'm at Fish Lake, campsite number 4, site 51, if you want to come hang. It's about a 4-hour drive to the nearest McDonald's, so if you really want to come, like, shoot me, or we're in Canada, if you want to come, like, bear spray me, you really got to go out of your way. So this is for real losers only. Come get me. That is my Uncle Ryan. God damn it. Sorry, cousin Ryan. He's a lot older than me, so I always forget. He's my cousin though. He's going out dusk fishing right now. This trailer right here, this Travel-Air. Good thing this Alberta's no front plates, so I don't have to worry about that. But that trailer, oh. Might be a quiet section here. That trailer is identical to the trailer that my family had. Pretty crazy. I took a little walk down here a while ago, a couple days after smoking a bit, and I saw that. Just thought I was going completely insane. Why the family trailer that we sold is chilling here in Alberta. My family, we're from BC, by the way, so I'm not too far from home. Although, I'm now starting to realize that home to me is California, you know. I got my girlfriend there, that's pretty much it. I got my room there. I don't have much there, really. I just have a girlfriend. That's my whole life. Definition of a wife guy, for sure. No friends. Just my bitch. If you're watching this, sorry for the B word. Which, by the way, I do say regularly when you're not around. Just so you know. As well as the R1. I just took a dump in the outhouse a while ago. And man, it's like singed my butt hairs. It sucks, man. I took an outside squatting dump by the lake, and it was just a no wiper. It was beautiful, man. That's when I was lost and I was scared shitless. Quite literally shirtless. Scared the shit out of me. I told myself, like, oh man. You know when you get the body high when you have to take a poop? And it just goes all throughout you? I'm getting stared at by fucking campers, man. Go to hell. But it's like a whole body high that goes around you when you have to take a dump. And I told myself, that feels so good. One more of those rolls around, I'm just dropping my pants and going. And I did it, you know. I looked at it afterwards. It looked like a human bear hybrid took a dump there. Man, I'm a supreme shitter. People don't know that about me. That's a cool car. It's a Mitsubishi something or other. I think it's sick having a JDM car camping. That's the kind of guy I would be if I moved back here. I would have a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo or a WRX with a roof rack on top for bikes. Pack a tent in the trunk and take me and my girlfriend camping all around some lakes in BC. That is actually the life for a moderately wealthy early 20s BC bloke. That's like a lower mainland, not quite Vancouver. That's like a Langley guy thing to do, you know? If you're an early 20s Langley guy, oh man, making some good money, that's a good life right there. Whew. But the reason I'm up here, well, the main reason is to go camping, but I spent 3 days in, well, I shouldn't dox all of 12 Clan. I spent 3 days in a nondescript town in British Columbia at my boy Jacob's house, who he thinks he's in the clan. He's not. Don't tell him that, but yeah, he's never made a video. He's never even seen all the videos. He found out about this channel like Thursday night. He did not know about 1080 crane shop, which is fair. This is pretty much the shittest thing I've done in my life. I just walk around and talk for 40 or so minutes. Basically the lowest effort content you can do. But I look at it as practice, though. It's like a talking practice and getting better at long form speaking. Because I tried making the Internet Baby channel like a video essay type deal. I tried going there. And man, you even watching that brand new Lemino video, I'm like, this is cringe. Like, I don't care about JFK. More people, my bad. That dude's got really lifted Super Duty Ford, and he's wearing like a ripped Punisher tank top. People think there's not hardcore Republicans in Canada. Ooh, there's more. There's more than you realize. Because they've all got we've had our Joe Biden since 2015. Those Americucks have been molding over him since 2020. But we've had our dude for a lot longer than that. But yeah, this is all a speaking practice type thing, you know? I had an idea. I've been watching the Adam Friedland show a lot recently, which is, I hate to say it, influencing me. I think it's very funny. Those two fellows. I've been watching them since Come Town, but like, I think their new shit is their best shit yet. Even though people describe the podcast as like a Xanax nod, I think that's ideal. I think having just the lowest effort, the shittiest, like, bore you to death podcast is a funny idea. And so what I want to do kind of is make a solo politics podcast. That was a fart. I'll just read the news. I'll pick like a different news agency every week or something, Like one day I'll read Fox, then MSNBC, get the whole spectrum of ideas, you know. I'll go on the Daily Storm, or whatever the Nazi one is called. Get some learning done. This here is called Mud Lake, I learned, which I thought was bullshit, because I call it my lake. And this is right where I got lost. There's people close by there. This is right where I got lost, except I was beyond that little ridge there. Bad place to be over there. If you go over there, you can find my poop. And it was big, man. I tell you what, my poop was big. This is the fit for today. I'm showering very rarely here to conserve trailer water. And I'm wearing the same clothes I was 3 days ago. This shirt, I opened up a Crush cream soda because I don't have that in America. And just got pink on there. You can't even tell. It's just I know it's there and it pisses me off. That's the worst thing, man. I'm such an autistic. Not that I'm like into fashion, but I'm such an autistic like a fit thrower. I will not put on a pair of jeans because I have the wrong underwear for it. Even though they like fit the same, it's just like a different color. Like I have these socks that are green and blue, and I have the underwear that are green and blue. And if I have to mix match them, is it mix match or mismatch? If I have to do that to one of them, I'll just put on a different pair of pants, man. I'll stop wearing that. But yeah, I had a good time those 3 days in Quesnel. Fuck. Those 3 days in Kamloops. Damn it, I'm gonna have to edit one of these videos. I never do that. Well, you know what? It's 12 minutes in. 12 Clan, shout out. Do you think people will listen 12 minutes in? Oh, I don't know, man. But I had a great time there, man. I saw my boys for the first time in a long time. I haven't seen Trolled Lel. I don't know if we're doing name dropping. I don't think it matters. I can call him Oland. But I haven't seen him since 3rd grade. That was pretty sweet. He is just how I thought he would be. Everybody was not weird. Nobody was weird. I was really worried I'd go there and be all fucking weird. Not really worried. I mean, I might have been worried about that like 2 years ago. I just had a little sinking feeling that it could be shitty. Cause it's a bit of a risk seeing pretty much your online friends for the first time is what that is. Even though I met them all in person first, and I was friends with them. Look at that big ass raven. Let's go see that raven. This is we call it fire. What is going on right now? Now ravens are very smart, and that scares me. Because when I was yelling help in the woods here last night, I swear they were laughing at me. Like, not smart in the way where if you piss one off, it'll like get his homies to come kill you. Smart in the way where like, man, they're fucking rude. And I'm next to one right now and I'm saying all this to him. I know he can speak English. Like, this shit is gonna go bad for me for sure. I'm gonna get swarmed. This is a short podcast, I'm realizing. I made it to my location and I've just been sauntering around. But what I'm thinking I could do, I brought this little thingy with me. A marijuana cigarette. And someone lost my favorite lighter. So I'm using this one here. So we're gonna call it Heather. It's right in the middle there. We're using Heather here. And I think I'll just do this here. I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere. Is it raining? It's raining. Alright, whatever. I'll sparky this up. No, I am definitely... It's quite cringe. But I think I'm a weed guy now. Not... am I? I think I'm just like a regular... left-leaning young person. Because I smoke weed like once a day usually. But I don't know if I want to be a weed guy. It's like being a film guy. Like, most people hate you. I think you can be a stealth weed guy pretty easily, though. Like my sister's a stealth weed guy. I think being a stealth weed guy is kind of cool. And I think being a vocal weed guy is about the cringest thing you can be. I wonder how that view is. Why don't I put it? Is that good? You never know these things until you look back at it in post. I don't know why I say post. I look back at it when it's uploaded. These things do not get edited. The lowest form of content. Although, safe to say though, these are better than anything I've done before on the fucking Internet Baby channel. That last video on there, the Mario one, with 300 views. 333 to be exact. That's about the worst piece of sloth I've ever put out. And this weed's not working. Most of my friends are nice, you know. They'll tell me what I want to hear, which is dangerous. But you know who is really a real one? Is fucking Prashan 12, creator of Baba Night. He's been saying from the start, like, look at the comments on that video. Yeah, one of them says this is a reach, and that's like the funniest comment ever. Cause he's so right, man. That video sucks. I was just trying to. I was a trend chaser. I am farting a lot, by the way. I just had dinner, that's pretty. I'm not a gassy person. It's just like once every week or so, I'll have a day where it's near constant farting. I think talking about farting is a little weird too, you know? It's like I think talking about pooping is less weird. Because everybody poops and no one pretends they don't. Because they're usually in privacy. But people don't like farters, man. I don't like them. You at home probably don't like them. They're kind of just... It's inconsiderate to be a farter in public. Not a good thing to be, really. But yeah, I'm staying here with my cousins who are all like in their late 30s. And they have kids. And now their kids are like young teenager years, or one of them is at least. I'm gonna try and be as vague as possible, not to be... I don't care about doxing my friends too much, but like my cousin's kids is kind of weird. So they're all... The kids are weird now too. Well, the younger one is still cute and nice, but the older one... a little bit scary. And I'm not like their like cousin friend anymore, you know? I have like a mustache and I'm weird. And I drink beer around them, which probably makes them uncomfortable. But if I get handed a beer by my own flesh and blood, I'm not going to say no to that. And then if my little 1/4 flesh and blood friends see me drinking said beer, I mean, what is that? What do I do? It's a conundrum. But yeah, I went on a little hike with them today. When I'm out of my comfort zone, I just revert back to full autism. Like, I can't speak. I get all shy and clammy. That's why I rely on alcohol as a crutch for the situation. Last night was beautiful. We were all drinking around the campfire. But then today, camping with them, anytime I say anything, it's like, what was that? Because I'm just saying it quietly. Because I'm just like scared. These are from the dispensary in BC. I'm gonna cry. I'm not really. I just sound like it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if my girlfriend were here, I'd be much happier. I really miss her. Like I've been gone for like a week now, and I still have a week left. Like, I never go away for that long. It's pretty weird. I'm homesick already. I get bored on the campsite. You know what I've been doing? I've maxed out my Twitter and TikTok, like my daily limits on there. I have limiter things for myself, and they work on me actually. I usually don't touch them afterwards. That's during the school year. During summer, it all goes out the window. I gotta up my numbers on summer, because there's just too much time that you can be on TikTok, and I will be on TikTok. Like I get good inspo from there usually. Yeah, but the way it's been going is every morning I'll wake up early in the trailer, and then max out my Twitter and TikTok before doing anything productive. And I usually end up doing nothing productive in the day anyway. Only thing I did today was go on that hike. And I'm glad I did, or I'd feel like a piece of shit. But I didn't even really enjoy it. Like, it was beautiful. It was very, very beautiful. Nothing like that in California for sure. And that's just some random hike in Alberta. Like, that's not even a pop. We saw no people on that trail. And it's more beautiful than the best place in California, easily. That's why BC and Alberta are so hype, man. Is that California, it's small. I mean, like all the good spots. I mean, it's the third biggest state, but compared to BC, it's tiny, man, and it's so populated. It's got a bigger population than all of Canada, so you can't expect, like, secret spots don't stay secret for long. You know, going to Yosemite, or what other national parks in California? Going to Yosemite. Wait, is it? Okay, yeah, I'm thinking of Yellowstone. Like, that's you can't go there without being crowded. I mean, it sucks, man. I dropped Heather, sorry. But I've been to this lake, what, 4 times now? It's called Mud Lake. If you go on Google Maps and type in Mud Lake, nothing comes up, because this is an unnamed lake. I just heard from my cousin it's called Mud Lake. But, yeah, man, I'm fucking out here in the sticks. And I like it, but at the same time, I've become high maintenance. I'm a idiot, man. I got lost in the woods. That never happened before. I've got like 5 different hair products I use every day, and I've been stranded. I'm wearing a hat at all times. I'm wearing a hat right now, because what else am I supposed to do? Want to see what I look like with no hat? That's pretty interesting, right? I'm not supposed to look like that. But yeah, I'm not built for camping, man. At least not this kind of bush camping. I mean, we saw the sights. We're not really bush camping. It's just there's no power. There's not infinite water. I'm used to provincial sites in BC. It's like identical to this, except it's got a bigger lake that you can boat on. By the way, there's a bigger lake nearby. This is a small little lake. This is a pond, basically. It's shallow. But there's a beautiful swimming lake and like paddleboarding and stuff, and we use that. But the lakes we go to in BC are huge, have provincial campsites. You can boat on them, you can tube on them. They're like fun lakes. And these Rocky Mountain lakes, the glacier-fed ones, these are like hippie lakes. You know, you can't, no motorized vehicles on them. I mean, this one's definitely not a glacier lake. This is more of a swamp. This is somewhere where you wake up at 5 a.m. and go moose hunting. Speaking of moose hunting, oh man, I want to see a moose so bad. I've been not really trying to. Every once in a while I get bored, and then remember my moose goal, and get really excited for it. Excuse me. I got to burp so bad. But I've been wanting to track down a moose this whole trip. I want to see a cool ass animal, because there's nothing in California. I saw a coyote one time with a river trail. I think it's in that fucking video, in one of my hiking videos, I run into a coyote, and it's sick, man. Maybe that was on Call with a Friend instead of on the hiking channel. Yeah, but running into a coyote was the highlight of my like month maybe. And here, dude, there's squirrels every 10 feet. I saw a pack of elk driving in. But if there's one thing I really want to see here, besides a bear, I mean, I've seen more bears than I've seen moose. There was bears in our front yard like once a year back in home country. But moose are fucking rare, man. Moose, you gotta wake up early in the summers, or you gotta be out in the wintertime. If you see them, they're usually hitting the hood of your car, turning you into dust. I've seen maybe 15 moose in my life tops, or total, I mean. And they're cool as hell, man. They're so big. And I've probably seen a similar amount of bears, actually. It's just like seeing them, I don't know, I think moose should be more common. I want to see more moose around here. You know, moose, I heard this story about a moose in Alaska. Southern Alaska, like Haida Juneau area. And the moose, because it's pretty arctic up there, you know? It's hard to get good greens in the summertime. So they'll walk into the water. They can hold their breath. They walk down there into the lake, the deeper lake, or the ocean, because they're in Alaska, you know, coastal. So this moose walks down to the ocean, let's say 20 feet deep, and it's eating seagrass. It eats the grass off the sea. And then an orca, that's a big whale. And the big whale's got to eat a lot of food in a day. So it sees this cow underwater, right? It sees a big juicy cow, basically. And it's like, oh fuck, that's like all my food in one day. So the orca eats the moose underwater. And that's just something I'll never wrap my mind around. How if you can be scuba diving in Haida Gwaii and see an orca eat a moose off the ocean floor. That's the kind of information that makes you want to kill yourself because of how like insane it is. I had a bit of a deeper topic I was gonna branch off of from the moose shit. Right. Okay, I remember now. I had like a minor DMT trip in bed 2 nights ago. I had smoked and drank a little bit that night before. It was our second night here, I think. And the bed was fucked, man. I brought up, like, I was just on total psychosis, like, phone zombie mode. Like, when you get high and it's bad and you return to your phone and just get addicted to it. That happens, like, 1 out of 5 times for me. It's too common. And then you started eating shit and drinking stuff. And I drank a Red Bull. I brought all these things up into the fucking bunk bed with me. The bunk bed and trailer. Insane move. It's like a twin-size bed. I'm bringing like cans up there, and I'm gonna put them by the side to sleep. This is a total bonehead move. I've got nibs up there. I bring up a San Pellegrino. At this point, sorry, San Pellegrino comes later. So at this point, it's like well, I don't know, 11 p.m. My phone dies. Now there's no power in the trailer until I turn the generator on. And I didn't want to do that in the middle of the night, wake up my whole family. So I'm frantically running around trying to charge the phone while it's on like 1% battery, using it as a flashlight, right? And it just dies, right? I'm gonna have flashlightless. I don't know what I'll do. I want to grab one more drink because I'm still so thirsty, and I want sugar. And I'll bring that up to bed with me and I'll think, right? I grab a nice San Pellegrino from the fridge, and I will climb up the flimsy little steep ass ladder to my top bunk. And now up here, it's just total psychosis mode, right? Oh, prior to this, I was watching Midsommar on my phone. Barely finished it. Great movie, by the way. I think it's funny, and it's also a little off-putting, because I can't spoil it, but you know. In that movie, the kind of the premise, one of the premises, is that the main character is on shrooms for most of the scary parts. So I'm kind of in like a psychedelic, just sleep deprived, everything deprived mindset. I'm high and scared, and it's nighttime. And then I crawl up there in my bed, phone dead, San Pellegrino in hand, cracked open. And I'm just, it's like you're in a, have you ever seen how Subway, not the, is this still rolling? Yes. How Subways, wait, no, submarines, sorry. The way the living quarters are in there, the bunk beds, it's like one of those, except like double width, right? Not a lot of headroom, it's fucked. And I've got one scary window into the darkness. And I crack my San Pellegrino, and I'm sitting there, laying down, hand up, like Lego position, just sipping in bed. Not even, I'm trying to think of what to do, and I'm just like sitting there brain dead. And eventually it gets so late, it's like, I think it was about 2:30 a.m. at this point, and I start falling asleep, holding the Pellegrino in the hand still, and I spill it all over myself. It was bad, man. It was embarrassing. So now I'm covered in this sugary, cold, sticky shit, and I'm like, well, now I really can't fucking sleep. But before, I was like holding back sleep, trying to like play with things and like think. But now I'm like, even if I wanted to escape from the situation by going to bed, I couldn't, man. Now I'm covered in sugar. So I go into like psychosis mode. I can't go on my phone. I want to Google moose facts and how to find them. And I want to like text my girlfriend. I want to do anything. Watch a YouTube video, some Doug DeMuro. I want to watch some of his videos on different truck brands. Like, I want to know the advantages of like a Ram and a Ford now, because that's all you see up here is trucks. But I'm going total psychosis. It's like 5 a.m. right now. No, the sun be up again. It's like 4 a.m. right now, right? And I've been laying there for so long, just slowly sipping on this Pellegrino. And I finally finish it, right? Wait, no, I think I'm still holding it by this point, because I couldn't have gone to bed yet. And I'm in that state between like sleeping and being awake, which only ever comes to me in the morning time. Because at night, you don't hold back sleeping. You let it happen to you. I'm so excited when I get to sleep, man. I never hold back sleeping at night, especially not for like 4 hours. So I'm just starting to get these like visions while I'm awake, and it's like, have you ever seen the dark art of Dr. Seuss? I believe is what's the video called, and it showcases a bunch of his art he did before he made children's books, and there are these super weird environments, but still totally like Dr. Seuss looking, and they're kind of scary images. And I'm starting to like unfold these like inception in my head, and they're like fractalizing, and this like all this complex geometry is like appearing when I close my eyes and think. I have to like actively think to make it happen, so it's like I'm producing a daydream, but like it's just coming so naturally. I'm like a mile a minute brain thinking like, okay, now like fold this on itself, make a sphere, and I'm just doing crazy intense geometry in my mind, and it's like blowing me away, blowing my dick off, and I'm going crazy in there. And then after like maybe a minute, it went away, and then I fell asleep. It was one of the craziest nights of my life. Craziest nights sleeping in my life. I've had like crazier staying up nights, but that's like my craziest sleep ever. I'm almost done this thing. Let me go continue to walk around. Although I kind of tapped out most of my topics. I went in here with like 10 topics in mind. And that's like most of them. So I guess I could end it here. I don't want to make you guys listen to a hour-long podcast when it can be 30 minutes. So see you in a month.